Hi guys, it's Daniela here from Ground Your Life with DZ. It's been a little while, a couple of weeks. I've had so many things to post a video about that have occurred in my life, in my dreams, just in my everyday life. But I haven't had a chance with my little one, my 1 year old or nearly 2 year old. And there's been a few things going on and happening and appointments and things that we've had that have limited my availability. So I've got a few notes here and I'm going to try to get through a few different things that have happened over the past few weeks that I felt were messages for the collective as well. Um, and so if you're not familiar with my channel, initially my channel is really about grounding techniques and assisting you in terms of ascension or awakening, and utilizing grounding techniques to assist your life, to assist you to feel more balanced, also networking with other people, etc. But the more and more that I have, I suppose, shown myself on YouTube and to the collective, then the more and more I've been getting messages through my dreams, through there's previous one on number plates, there's, just through visions, through remote viewing, etc. So a lot of my videos now are these messages, and I just feel that I've got this, compelling need to put these messages on a video for other people to watch and listen to. And I'd love to hear about any similar messages that you receive. Please write in the comments below. It's really important that others, like-minded people, can and see and not feel alone. Also, please like my channel if you haven't already, and subscribe with the bell button so that you get all notification of all the videos, and share with any like-minded friends or people that you are aware of that might enjoy these videos or feel comfort from these videos. So I want to talk about a dream that I had probably about 2 to 3 weeks ago. It was a very vivid dream, and it's an interesting analogy, but there was a clear message with it. I'm not sure what happened at the start of the dream. I was at a restaurant with some friends or family or something. There was a group of people, maybe 10 or 20 people. And it was sort of a fancy restaurant, and we'd had our main meals, and then we were ordering dessert. And we all ordered there was a beautiful cheesecake on the menu. So we'd ordered you get a small slice of cheesecake, as a one served cheesecake is what we would have expected. Then when the waiter or whoever came around to give us our cheesecake came around, every person got a whole cheesecake. Each cheesecake was cut up into, 12 or 16 slices or however many slices, but it was a big, ginormous whole cheesecake. So we're on this fancy table, waiting for our desserts to come, and we all get these whole cheesecakes. And it was very odd. It was very vivid. I woke up, and the message that I received was, abundance is coming. Like, there is an abundance, a wave of abundance that's coming onto the earth, or whether it's abundance for myself individually, but I felt it was for the collective. And so, what you're asking for or what you're ordering, one slice of cheesecake, you're getting a whole cheesecake. Or if you're asking for, whatever it is in your life, and you're going to get abundance. This has to be manifested, though. This has to be believed. You have to have faith, and you have to believe that that's coming. But that could be a really good point for people to be meditating and manifesting around abundance coming into your life, because it's there for you to grab. It was a very clear message. I posted this up on in a Telegram group that I'm in. It's a private group, but with the Quantum Truths group, for those who follow Quantum Truth JCK. But I was playing Scrabble with my 6-year-old on the weekend, and so prior to all this, I'd been having so many, not so much symptoms, but waves of energy coming through me, especially at night. You got the ringing of the ears, but not in a negative way, in a positive way. And just these hot flushes and things. And I thought, wow, I really feel like my body is up, the DNA is upgrading. And I was playing Scrabble, and you only get, it's about 9 letters on a little rack that you get. Anyway, guess what the letters spelt? When I put them together and we're just rearranging a little bit, upgrade. Okay, so one of my words that I put on the Scrabble board was upgrade, and that was a clear sign that my body is upgrading, but collectively our bodies are upgrading. There is so much solar energy coming onto the earth. There is I'm not an expert on the sun solar activity, but the CMEs and the yeah, just the solar electromagnetic energies are coming down onto the earth, and they are upgrading us. That it is light. It is light that we can't see. You know, our eyes can only see a certain spectrum of light. You know, if you think about, can we see infrared light? Not many people we can't see the infrared light as humans generally. Same as UV light. They're on the edges of the spectrum of the light spectrum that we can see, but then there's lots of other spectrum of light and light rays and that we can't see. And that is coming, that is coming from the sun into our bodies, and we are transmuting it. And so sometimes you feel like you've been hit with fatigue, or you're just thinking, what's going on? I've just exploded into a tantrum or whatever it is. Often it can be that we're not giving ourselves that grounding time to transmute. We're not letting those emotions pass through our body. But we're definitely here to be upgraded, and upgrades are here right now for you to have. So my message to you is, when you are feeling like these waves of energy through your body, or you're feeling that it's getting too much, take some rest time if you can. Even if you can't, take a rest off your kids or whatever it is, because obviously usually I can't. You could still take that rest in your mind with your breath, taking some breaths. It is okay sometimes to disengage from what you're doing just for a short period of time, as long as it's obviously safe, and just could be 3 deep breaths that you're just letting emotions and energy going through your body. I'd love to hear about these types of experiences below as well in the comments. The other thing that happened to me in a dream, probably a little bit longer, maybe 3 weeks ago. Now, the band, I don't know if anyone's fans. I was never necessarily a big fan. I'm not really like a fan or groupie of many bands. Maybe when I was in my 20s I was, but anyway, Muse. So you probably know the band Muse. They have quite a few mainstream hits as well, but I never really, other than songs that were played on the radio, I don't really know Muse that well. But the Muse lead singer, I had to double check because I'm not really sure, and I had to look on YouTube at some video clips. He came to me in a dream, and it was very, very clear. And he passed on a message to me to look into more of their songs. Now, you should look up Muse and have a look at songs and song lyrics. It is amazing the types of songs and words and just what they write about. It's really about, programming of the mind. There actually is one, I think, called like MK Ultra or something like that. And there's a specific song that I found that I thought was very interesting called The Handler. If you think about MK Ultra programming, if you're not sure what that is, go and research that. But often these people that have handlers that are actually in charge of their mind control, and they have a song called The Handler, and I might play it for you at the end here, or at least put the link, depending if my battery's going to go dead. So some of the words, one of the words is, leave me alone, I must disassociate from you. And there's other words such as, it talks about having control over the person and then sort of breaking free and, I don't belong to you anymore and whatever. Really good song to have a look at. The film clip's actually pretty mind-blowing as well. And yeah, many of Muse's songs, I think, are really trying to awaken people. And the message that I got specifically from that dream and in looking at the song, The Handler, was many of Muse's songs are there for DNA activations. So there are specific DNA activations in the lyrics, in the sounds, in the frequencies, in his voice, in the vocal toning, that are there to resonate through the person, through the human being, and sort of awaken some DNA. So very interesting. Go have a look at Muse, The Handler, and other songs. Then I had a timeline glitch. This was only about a week ago. I don't usually go to a Western medical doctor, like a GP. I generally don't do it. It's only if I have to get some kind of, something written or whatever it is. But it was a specific reason I had to go to a GP about a week ago. Anyway, they have a chemist next door, and I was going into the chemist to get something that was not really pharmaceutical related, but, just while I was sort of waiting there. And long story short, actually, I was getting deodorant, like a stick deodorant. I get this natural one that they have there. And so I've gone over to these deodorants, and they were on sale. And they were literally like half price because they're usually pretty expensive. So I have my keys and my phone in my hand. They were the two things that I went in there with. And this is in the chemist. I put down my keys on the floor so that I could hold the deodorants, because I wasn't going to get a trolley or anything, a bag or anything. And then I walk around the chemist for a bit, go to pay and go back to my car, and realize I don't have my keys. Some of you who know me might be laughing and thinking, yeah, she does this all the time. Anyway, I go back into the chemist and I ask the lady that's near the deodorants, they were stacking things on the shelf, do you see my keys on the floor anywhere? I've left them here. She goes, no, we didn't, but I'll go and have a look on the camera to see maybe where you put them or what have you. So she goes to the camera, and she comes back later and she says, I can see that you put something on the floor, but it was your phone, not your keys. You never had your keys. And I said, that's so odd. Like, I swear I had my keys. I'd had them from the doctor. I had my keys on my phone, and I remember specifically, and I even had the vision of putting the keys on the floor. She said, no, it was your phone you put on the floor. So I go back into the GP clinic, which is right there, and I say, did I leave my keys here by chance? And she holds them up. She goes, yeah, I was waiting for someone to come back and collect these. And I thought, wow, here is a timeline glitch, like a Mandela effect, where in your mind, your memory is one thing, and in the reality or timeline that you're in, it's something different. If you're not aware of Mandela effects, go and research and have a look at Mandela effects, because there are some pretty out there ones that really open your mind to how this sort of holographic universe works. I know that I'm talking about some pretty out there topics here, so if you're new to all of this, it's okay. You can skim past this or not take any second thought of it. But it was a very interesting day, and I left feeling very tripped out, like, what just went on there? I've switched a timeline. It was about a week ago. Then since then, I've had a few interesting things happen at night where, for example, I've woken up in the middle of the night and had no covers on. And I mean, it's been pretty cold, like 3 or 4 degrees. It's not like I generally would be taking my covers off. I'm someone who gets very cold at night and puts the covers right up to my chin, and covers completely off. I'm just laying there thinking, wonder what has happened in the middle of the night. I've had some hot flushes and, very extended time where you think you've gone to bed, gone to sleep, and you think it's been 8 hours. You think you've had 8 hours sleep or something, and it's still only 2 a.m. Let me know below if these kind of experiences have happened to you.